Today we're going to give you a tour of our chicken coop right behind us here at Salty Acres. And if you stick around to the very end, I'll show you exactly where to get these plans so you can have one of these chicken coops yourself. Now before we show you exactly where to get these chicken coop plans, we want to show you all the modifications that we have done because chicken math is a real thing. This chicken coop right behind us, we found it exactly on YouTube, just like you found our channel. In addition, I'm going to show you two things you must do to this chicken coop in order for you to make sure you have little to no maintenance. This chicken coop itself is about 5 foot by 5 foot. However, the run is about 8 feet by 20 feet. Another thing we did is we did about half of it shaded and half of it with clear panels. And this makes sure that they're not getting too hot during the summertime and that they're also getting enough sun in order to lay enough eggs for us. But keeping it covered is very important to making sure the inside of your run stays completely dry. And let me make sure I reiterate that it makes sure the inside of your run stays completely dry. So that's the most important thing when it comes to keeping chickens, is making sure their feet are always dry. And that also helps make sure that there's no mess inside this chicken run. Now we made sure we added hardware cloth to this even though our backyard is fenced in. So the one thing we made sure we did when building this chicken coop was follow the exact plans. The original plan called for these 4 boxes. However, we found out chicken math was real. And as we were building this thing, we started buying chickens. Therefore, we had to improvise and actually build these 3 extra chicken boxes in case we ended up getting even more chickens. And this chicken coop was built based off of having 8 to 12 chickens. And it turns out we now have 19. So if you end up going to go buy these chicken coop plans, make sure, if you get more chickens, to try to figure out how to add more nesting boxes. In addition, this window right here doesn't really call for a clear panel window. We just went ahead and added it so we had some extra light. One thing we figured out after we built the chicken coop was that sometimes when it rains, water will come in through this crack right here. And this is how you solve that problem. So what we did was we went and got some flex tape and taped it right on down, and we have no issues since. And this is the back side of our chicken coop where we learned from all our mistakes on the other side. And we learned that when it rains, this is subject to get more water in it because there's no overhang from this top roof here. The most important thing about setting this thing up was the watering system. We made sure that the chickens were always going to have enough water, even if we weren't here for a day or two. So what we did was we got a 5-gallon bucket, drilled a hole from underneath it, siliconed it, and also had it going down, and now it runs into the chicken run here. And this is what it looks like from the inside here, and it's low enough for our baby chicks to get into it. And lastly, this is the biggest kept secret when it comes to raising chickens, and it's going to save you a ton of money if you listen to only this in this video. And make your run a giant litter box, because if you don't and you decide to use hay or pine shavings, all you're gonna do is ask your chickens to start scratching and making a mess all in this run. Go ahead and spend the money on sand. By adding sand to your chicken run, it's gonna save you a lot of money on pine shavings, because each one of these bags is $20. And you can fill up this entire run with concrete sand for less than $100. And this sand dries out way faster than any hay or pine shavings ever would. And if you stuck around to the very end of this video, go check out Woodshop Mike, and the link is in the description to see exactly how he built this chicken coop. And feel free to get all your ideas on how to modify that chicken coop from this video right here. Comment below and tell us what you like most about our chicken coop.